The village that disappeared overnight, the strange case of Anjikuni Lake. Imagine arriving at a village where meals are still cooking over open fires. Weapons are leaning against doorways. Dogs are starving, tied up and abandoned, and not a single human being is anywhere to be found. No bodies, no signs of struggle, no footprints leading away, just silence. In 1930, an entire Inuit village near Anjikuni Lake in northern Canada vanished without a trace. And what investigators discovered next only made the mystery darker. 1. The arrival. It began with a man named Joe Labelle, an experienced trapper who frequently traveled through the remote wilderness near Anjikuni Lake. Joe knew the land well. He also knew the Inuit village that sat along the lake's edge, a small, quiet settlement of about 30 people. He had visited them many times before. So when he arrived one freezing evening, expecting warmth, food, and familiar faces, something felt wrong. There was no smoke rising from the chimneys, no voices, no movement. Still, Joe assumed the villagers might be out hunting, but as he stepped closer, he realized something chilling. Every single hut was empty, but it wasn't the emptiness that terrified him the most. It was what the villagers had left behind. 2. The abandoned life. Joe cautiously entered the first hut. Inside, he found food still cooking. Not spoiled, not burned, just left. In another hut, rifles were propped against the wall, something no experienced hunter would ever abandon. And then came the dogs. Several sled dogs were found tied up, dead from starvation. If the villagers had left willingly, why would they leave their only means of survival behind? Joe ran from hut to hut. Everything told the same story. People had been there, and then suddenly, they weren't. No signs of struggle, no blood, no indication of panic. It was as if the entire village had simply stepped out of existence. But when authorities arrived, they uncovered something even more disturbing, something buried beneath the frozen ground. 3. The graves. After reporting the incident, Joe contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. When officers arrived, they expected to find a logical explanation. Instead, they found more questions. The village graves had been dug up, not recently buried, but opened, and completely empty. Whoever or whatever had taken the villagers had also taken the dead. Now things didn't just seem strange, they seemed impossible. Then came another chilling detail. Because villagers from nearby areas claimed they saw something unusual in the sky, on the very night everyone vanished. 4. The lights in the sky. According to reports from nearby settlements, on the night the village disappeared, a strange, bright object hovered above Anjikuni Lake. Witnesses described it as a glowing, cylindrical light, floating silently before suddenly shooting upward into the sky, and then vanishing. Some believed it was a meteor, others claimed it was something far more unnatural. Because whatever it was, it appeared at the exact time the villagers disappeared. No footprints leading out of the village, no trails, just frozen ground, untouched. But as the investigation continued, even the official explanation began to fall apart. 5. The cover-up? The Royal Canadian Mounted Police later denied parts of the story. They claimed some details were exaggerated, that no full investigation report confirmed the mass disappearance, that maybe the story wasn't entirely true. But here's the problem. Multiple independent accounts describe the same event, the same empty village, the same missing people, the same eerie silence. So which is it? A fabricated legend or something quietly buried? Because if the story isn't real, then why does it refuse to disappear? 6. The theories. To this day, no one knows what truly happened at Anjikuni Lake, but theories continue to spread. A sudden migration gone wrong, a deadly environmental event, a secret government operation, or something not from this world. But none of them explain everything. Not the abandoned food, not the starving dogs, not the empty graves, and definitely not how an entire village could vanish overnight without leaving a single trace behind. So what do you think really happened? Was this just a myth that grew over time, or one of the most chilling disappearances ever covered up? Drop your theory in the comments. And if you want more real-life mysteries that will keep you up at night, make sure you like and subscribe, because the next story might be even more disturbing.